Hello, hello, how are you? Welcome to Nurture Light. My name is Sarah Strizzi. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner here in the greater Seattle area. I'm so glad you're here joining me today. So I have something very fun to share, something that has impacted my life and will impact many, many others as I go out on a mission to help with this. And what the heck am I talking about? I am going to keep it a mystery for just a moment longer. So I just got my new and expanded version of the emotion code today. Just showed up right before I did this video. This is Tony Robbins wrote the foreword. This is the new and expanded version of the emotion code written by Dr. Bradley Nelson. This particular version was released on May 7th of 2019. So if you haven't had a chance to check this out, please do. This book has profoundly changed my life, and I believe it'll change yours too once you read it. So do that and then get back to me and let me know what you thought, and we'll talk about it. So as Dr. Bradley Nelson was creating the emotion code, he came across a very profound discovery. And according to him, it's been the greatest discovery in energy medicine to date. And what this is the discovery of the heart wall. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever heard of the heart wall? Well, I hadn't heard of it before I read this book. And so what I find as I'm treating my clients and we're working together, majority of what they're dealing with, the blocks they're coming across in their life, and the different emotional baggage experiences that we're pulling forward, all boil down to five different issues. And those all five of those issues directly correlate with them having a heart wall. And so I am here to talk to you about what the heck that is, and let you know that the majority of people have one. 93% of people have a heart wall. So this information that I'm about to share with you is super important. And the good news is that we can dismantle this heart wall and get rid of it forever. So that's huge. I discovered that in my own self, and life has looked very bright on the other side of my heart wall being dismantled. So I'm here to share with you what is the heart wall. And so just have an open mind, go with the flow, and hear me out. So as we're going through life and we are experiencing traumatic experiences from various degrees, our body, our subconscious mind, has a defense mechanism to help protect the heart from breaking. So have you ever felt your heart, a heaviness in your heart, or a pain in your heart, or you've heard of someone dying of heartache, once their significant other passed away, right? The other person sometimes doesn't last much longer because they've passed away from a broken heart. Well, this is real. And so as we're going through these experiences here in life is not for the faint of heart, for sure. You've heard that as well. There's a various degrees of trauma involved with these things that we experience here on Earth. Well, your subconscious mind has a defense mechanism, and what it does is, as you're going through these experiences, it will scoop up trapped emotions. So like the average person has about 200 to 300 trapped emotions in their magnetic field. And so as you're going through these experiences, your subconscious mind will scoop your heart, will scoop these energies from these trapped emotions found throughout your body and start creating a wall around the heart to prevent it from breaking. I know this sounds really weird, right? Like, have you ever heard this before? I had not. So as and then those layers become thicker and thicker, through various experiences that you're going through. And so, some people's heart walls are very thin. Some people's heart walls are miles and miles thick. And another thing is that your subconscious mind will construct these heart walls of materials that you feel safe behind. So my particular heart wall was constructed of wood. Others are constructed of steel. I've heard of marble, diamonds, even otherworldly materials. Like if someone's really big into sci-fi and they have these materials that they think about, in their adventures that they're reading through, their heart wall can be even extraterrestrial, okay? So it can be of anything, whatever it is you feel safe behind. And so, so what happens as you're going through life, it's kind of like it's a reflex to continue to scoop these trapped emotions and to continue to build the heart wall as you're, to protect your heart from breaking is basically what I'm saying. So stay with me here. I know. So something that's more tangible probably to you is the whole idea of muscle testing, right? Muscle testing has been around for quite a while, and it's something that I use in my profession to help connect with the subconscious mind to get answers to questions that we're asking in our sessions. And so imagine this. So imagine, your heart is creating layers and it becomes a reflex. So as you're experiencing deep frustration or deep sadness or anger, your heart or your subconscious will find that particular trapped emotion that's trapped in your magnetic field and shave off some of that emotion and continue to construct a wall around the heart. So, let's see. Oh yeah, what I believe and what Dr. Bradley believes is that emotional energies, they have vibration, they have frequencies. And, the frequencies also come from our emotions, from our organs, shall I say. So like the liver, for instance, often it has a vibrational energy of anger, bitterness, guilt, and resentment. And so, if you felt like that before, which most of us have, your heart would take or shave off some of that trapped emotion to continue building this wall, okay? So sometimes your heart wall can even start being put in place while you're in the womb of your mother, as you're absorbing emotions that she's feeling while she's pregnant with you. So it can start very, very early on. Well, so as I'm working with my clients and we're dealing with a multitude of issues, it boils down to these 5 things. And these 5 things are they directly relate to the heart wall. They're symptoms of the heart wall. So what are the symptoms? There's 5 symptoms of the heart wall. So if you're experiencing any or all of these, it is a clue to you that you have a heart wall, and I have the tools to help you dismantle that, which is a beautiful thing. So the number 1 symptom of having a heart wall is having a low immune system and low energy. How many of us are walking through our lives feeling so tired? We wake up tired, we're wishing we could have a nap at 10 o'clock in the morning, then again at 2, and then we're drinking all this coffee to get us to wake up, and it's just, okay. That's one of the symptoms of the heart wall. We feel tired, we have low energy, and we also, a lot of times people can, get sick. They catch every bug that goes around. Well, those are the number 1 symptom of a heart wall. Number 2 is indecisiveness of your mission. That's huge. How many of you guys are feeling like you were made for something? You have a calling to do something, but you don't quite know what it is. You have a mission in your heart. You feel it. You're indecisive. You don't quite know where to start or what it even is. You just feel that inner pull towards something, and you're just having a hard time connecting with what that is. Well, that is the number 2 symptom of having a heart wall. You're indecisive about your mission. And number 3, getting back to that, some people come to me and they're like, I know my mission. I've got this figured out. But then they realize that they're actually not feeling joy in pursuing their mission. So that's it's 2-sided coin. So either you're indecisive about what your mission is to begin with, or on the flip side, you know what your mission is, but you're not really feeling that inner joy, that inner spark that should accompany you when you are living your purpose, your calling, and pursuing your mission. Okay, so if you know what your mission is, but you're just not really excited about it, or you're not really finding joy, that is number 2 symptom of having a heart wall. So number 3 is you have a desensitized heart. And so, you're just not really feeling love or any emotion quite well. Your heart's desensitized. This can lead to codependency within relationships, and it can also lead to abuse. So people who are in abusive relationships, abuse, either physical, emotional, or sexual abuse. people who keep going back to their partner who's abusing them, or that unhealthy relationship, it's because they have a heart wall, and they have a desensitized heart, and they're just not able to get themselves out of that situation. So then when they're in that cycle, that leads to depression and anxiety and PTSD and all of those things, because you're disconnected. There's a disconnect from your true authentic self with this heart wall. And so number 4, your love language, your love communication is distorted. And so this is a big deal, because as you're, in life and you're communicating with others and you're expressing yourself, you sometimes notice that it's not really being received as you said it. Think of it like this. So think of like your heart, and when you're expressing something, it releases from your heart as a butterfly, right? And as it's leaving your heart, it's making it through all of these layers of your heart wall of frustration and anger and panic and grief and unworthiness and unheard, or love unreceived, and all of these things. So as the butterfly is like making it through these layers of your heart wall, it's getting battered and bruised and distorted, and then by the time it makes it out of the heart wall, it's unrecognizable. It doesn't even look like a butterfly anymore. That's how it is for our communication, our love communication. As it makes its way through our heart wall, it's becoming distorted, and by the time it's received by the person you're speaking with, it's not even being heard in the same way that you said it in the first place. So that is one of the symptoms of the heart wall is having a desensitized, or your love communication is distorted. So number 5, the 5th symptom of having a heart wall is that your abundance and wealth are blocked. And that's a big deal, okay? So when you have a heart wall, you're not able to give and receive things as you would like to. There's a block in the way. That's one of the most major blocks that we are experiencing in our lives today. And so, this has to do with when you come across somebody and you're like, wow, that person has it going on. They're attractive. They know what their mission is. They can feel love and express love, and then you notice other people tune into them, and they're listening to them, and they're attractive, right? Those people have dismantled their heart wall. They're living life on the other side, and it's so miraculous, you guys. I fully dismantled my heart wall a few months ago, and I have seen so many amazing things happen since then. The flow of abundance has opened up huge in my life. The relationships coming into my life are so rich and so heartfelt, and I can see that people are really listening to me, and they're connecting on a deeper level. It's so awesome. So awesome. I want this for you guys. That's why I'm here doing this video, because I want you to understand that this heart wall exists. Most of us have it. Most of us started building our heart walls as early as being in the womb of our mothers, and it has grown throughout our lives. And now there is a way to identify this and also start dismantling it and start stripping away the trapped emotions that are comprised within your heart wall, all the way down to it's been fully released. It's so, so awesome. Okay. So, removing your heart wall, it leads to a quantum shift in your life. It really, really does. And, this is so, so huge. I am so excited that I have discovered, through the book, through the emotion code. I now know about this, and I'm so, that's why one of the reasons I jumped in to become certified, because I am on a mission to help people break past this heart wall, dismantle these trapped emotions, get past it so that you can live life on the other side, solid in your mission, full of energy and passion, communicating from your heart, and having that exchange work, having your love language heard, and received, and then also attracting wealth and abundance. Like, hello, do we all want that? Yes, I think we do. So I am so grateful to be a certified emotion code practitioner, because we're like the healers for the healers. I mean, there's Reiki masters and theta healers and all of these modalities, which are wonderful and beautiful and have such an important role in healing people. But the emotion code specializes in the discovery of this heart wall. And there's the best thing, the number one thing you can do for yourself for self-care is to find an emotion code practitioner to identify and help you release your heart wall. Life is totally beautiful and so opened up on the other end of this, and that's why I'm so passionate. I'm here today sharing with you this whole idea and the fact that we do have the tools to identify and dismantle this heart wall in your life. And so if you're interested, if this sounds something that, you know, if I piqued your interest, or if you're like, hey, I want to see if I have a heart wall, schedule your first session with me. It's complimentary, and we can ask. We can through muscle testing, we can tap into your subconscious and ask if you do have a heart wall present, and we can find out how thick it is and all of that in our first complimentary session. And then I have wonderful packages that help us comprehensively dismantle your heart wall and get you into the inspiration superhighway so that you can create the life of your dreams and live your most abundant and blessed life. So thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I appreciate you being here and hearing about this whole idea of the heart wall and the fact that most of us do have one. We can identify them and dismantle them, and you can start living your very best life. And I would be honored to walk with you along in this journey. Sharing light, nurturing light, and just getting a lot more love out there. The world needs us. All right, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.